was watching that video and I was like, wait, what? Seriously? These things happen, like, really? Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chi. Well, you know you can call me Fairy Godmother. Yeah, your favorite girl is in the place, and she's back with another banging video. Sorry, I'm just feeling myself a little bit so much. So, guys, if you are coming across my channel for the first time and you're seeing this speck in your phone for the first time, welcome. You are highly welcome. And please join the family because here we have only fun. I'm a YouTuber based in Lagos. I make videos around lifestyle, faith, love, life as it hits you generally, and generally like gist share. So this place is just a fun place where we have fun. I'll have lots of random chit chats here and there. So welcome to the family. Please do well to hit on the subscribe button. Why am I even speaking so much in this? Please, I beg, hit on the subscribe button, join the family, help my family grow so we can have more fun here. And you can go a step further by hitting on the notification bell so that whenever I post a video, YouTube lets you know that I've just posted a video. And to my returning subscribers, anytime me back shower. Hey, shower. I have to come in with some body movement for you guys because you guys deserve it so much. You guys are the real MVPs. Thank you for always coming back to my channel to watch me, and thank you for being a support system. Thank you so much. So in today's video, I have a juicy topic. I was watching Gift Valerie's video. I just came across a channel a couple of days ago, and I watched one of her videos. I was like, do things like this really happen? So guys, I had just come across Gift Valerie's channel within the week, and I was watching one of her videos that she did a story time of how she traveled from Nigeria to Europe by road. You heard me right, yes, by road. And I was feeling so many different kinds of emotion I cannot really explain at the moment. And another thing that struck me was how strong and how resilient a lot of Nigerians are. Why do we have to go through so much just to get a better life? If our leaders were doing us right, why would you go through that kind of hell to end up in a place you don't even know how you will survive, or if you are even going to thrive there? Like, people just prefer to take that chance of traveling than to remain here and suffer. But her story was a very scary one. I'm going to leave a link in the description box to that video. You guys should go over to her channel and just say you're from Fairy Godmother, show her some love and support, and try and watch that video. She went into details. I've heard of people traveling through Libya to Europe. I've seen news sometimes like, oh, they brought back some stranded Nigerians in Libya, but I haven't heard somebody I've not seen anybody that went through that and explained in details how every single step and how she got to Europe. Yeah, she succeeded. She got to Europe and she's thriving right now. She's doing so well. So you guys should go over to her channel and say hi. Thank you. So in the video, she explained how she left Nigeria and they went through Kano. From there, they got to Niger and the rest. And her journey from Kano, they were put in the trunk of a car. In the boot of a car. It wasn't like it was like 1 hour journey or something. Like journey for hours in the trunk of a car. Then when they got down, they now transferred them to a bike. And the bike, you're going to sit in twos. If you fall down, that's your business. I'm going to leave you there. Nobody's going to come back for you because nobody even knows you're traveling before. And on that journey, you don't go with your cell phones because according to her, she was like, they told them that if you bring your cell phones, the police and the security on the road and the customs and all that, they're going to seize it from you. So there's no point bringing your cell phone. So you can't even contact your people back home that oh, this is what I'm going through. So she went through so much, and she said nobody even knew where she was, but she was on a journey to Europe. Then they now got to somewhere in Niger Republic. They had to sleep in an incomplete building, like an uncompleted building, where the rare animals. Hey God. Ah, then she still also went ahead to talk about how they crossed the Sahara Desert. Before they were crossing, I think they embarked on a journey from that Niger to some other points that was like 24-hour journey. And in that one, they sat in a very cramped bus. And in that bus, it's not like you're sitting down by yourself now. When you have to lap somebody has to carry you, or you carry somebody for 24 hours. For a whole day, you carry a full grown human being like you. Thank God I was not there. I wonder who was going to carry me. That means that I've been carrying somebody for 24 hours. It's not even easy carrying a baby for 1 hour straight. 24 hours, you have to lap somebody. How bad is Nigeria? Like, so they got to that destination. Then now people like they had to buy kegs. They were supposed to cross the real desert because the one they crossed before was not really a desert. The desert itself. They had to now cross the Sahara Desert at that point. So they had to buy kegs and fill them up with water and some sort of food to eat on the journey because they said the journey was going to take 3 days. And they started their journey like that. At night, the driver would stop over for them to sleep. That they kept seeing dead bodies, bones, skeletons of people that had died in that on that road, that Sahara Desert road. And like she said, it was so scary and it was so cold at night. That's something that you see snakes, you see all sorts, you see scorpions and all sorts of things crawling up to you at night. Then like at that point I was like, I mean, where were people going to again? They continued on that journey for like 3 days. I think from Sahara Desert we were going to Agadez. That was some part in Niger before they crossed over to Libya and all that. She said they were there for like a week, I think. Then they keep them in, how does she even call it, ghettos, and just like a fenced building, and there's no house, there's nothing. You sleep on that day. If it rains on you. So she was there for like a week. You don't have anywhere to sleep. You just have stage that you survive. They were there for like a week. They now made a trip to maybe Tripoli. She mentioned a lot of places, but I can't really remember all the places she mentioned. Then they took them from that place to another place where she stayed for 4 months. That the person that took her, that her connection man, because that's what she called him, like her connection man didn't tell them like, oh, you're going to be here for 4 months, but for some reason he kept coming up like, oh, the sea is not stable, you guys can't cross now, people are dying on the sea. So just kept, we'll go tomorrow, we'll go next week, and she spent a total of 4 months in that place. And so the chief mentioned in that journey that sometimes they get robbed, they get beaten for no cause. If they find that you don't have money, the drivers that won't take them sometimes are evil and they rob them. She even collected his lap. Sorry, sis. So they go through so much together. So finally, she made that journey to the water where they will cross, and they couldn't still cross. They had to stay there for another 1 week before they could finally cross. And one thing she mentioned was like that crossing happens at night. Because if you see that water during the day, she said you return back, you consider your choices, and a lot of people kept saying that the trip was like an 80-20 ratio, like 20% survival and 80% you are going to die. One guy that watched his documentary was like, it took his 100% of going back to be deported. Like he didn't want to die. That at least staying alive or going back was 100%. So he stayed back in Libya before he was deported back to his country. But she was at that water. She has come this far. She wasn't going to go back. And a lot of people were like, they would have gone back if they had the option. But how do you go back? The journey is a one-way street. You are going forward ever, backward never, because nobody even knows the way to go back. Who are you? How you? And besides, these people don't even speak English. So how do you even communicate? So when they got to the water, she said that there were some kind of floating boats they just stashed them inside and put them in the water. And it's not like these boats have one of these people that do this business, because it's a business to them driving it. No, it's one of the immigrants that want to travel to, one of them that would train on how to drive the boat, and he'll be the one to drive it. So they got into their boats. She was just so sad, she was so scared, she was praying. And they told them that you must not call the name of Jesus when you're in that water. I don't understand. Why? Who's going to save it? So when they were going, and their boat, the boat was supposed to come with a compass. For some reason, their own boat didn't have a compass. And the funny thing again is that they told them that they will get, maybe before morning, they will see rescue. They will get rescue. People will come and rescue them. So that boat they are entering is not going to take them to Italy. They are going to be on top of that water until rescue find them. What if nobody comes to rescue them? I don't understand. This was like a lot of people have died on that water. The boats capsized. They just drown. And that is it, the Mediterranean Sea. Do you want to swim? Is it a swimming pool? So she said there's nothing that happened again. As they were going, their boat started to leak. So the boat now became lopsided. Like everybody now. But luckily for them, I think a couple of hours later, they were found by a rescue ship, and that is how they crossed over to Italy. The rescue ship took them, they were in the water for like another 3 days, and before they finally got to Italy. And I watched a lot of some other documentaries of how they would lie to these people that the journey from Libya seaport or whatever to Italy shore is just like 6 hours, and the thing was like 3 days. No, people are actually so mean. Another thing she mentioned is that the people that will tell you about this trip, they won't tell you how difficult and how risky it is. They just tell you, don't worry, you will make it. If once you are strong, you can do this, you can do that. It's actually really crazy that it's not better for you to stay in your country where you're sometimes the stuff yourself is open to watch, but then why go through all that? A lot of people died on the way. A lot. Okay, there was even this man they were interviewing, one of the videos I watched, and the guy was traveling with his 3 children and his wife. People do that crazy trip with their children. Why? Even Gibbs was saying that in the camp where she was, that there were families that had kids. And I'm like, you have children, you put them through that journey, that stress. That other guy was like, his family, when they got to the Libya seaport, his family got separated, and when it's the boat that rescued him, he couldn't locate his family, and that's how he lost his family. And so guys, these people go through so much just to get to Europe, and sometimes maybe when their boat is on the sea and everything, your boat gets captured, you are brought back to Libya shore and taken to prison after all you've been through. Some of these prisons are where the Nigerians and other Africans, immigrants are kept, and they are maltreated, beaten, they don't give them food, they do not have their bath, they are just there. And someone was even talking about how they've turned into a business there where they build prisons, and they write to the UN that, they are building deportation camps for people to help them go back to their country, and from there they sign for the funds UN gives to them. And then on the other hand, I was just thinking, someone else still mentioned that you get captured. There was this girl's video I watched. She said she was trafficked 3 times. Now the person that took her, that one when they got to a part in the desert, the guy ran away into thin air, and they had to run too. She was going with 2 of her cousins. They were running, and they now got into the hands of one trafficker. That one took them, sold them to somebody else. After a couple of days, that one sold them off. They just kept selling them like that. But finally, that one, she's back to Nigeria, and she didn't make it down to Europe. And when they catch you like that, you have to start calling home for them to send money for this, send money for that. And when they send this money, the person they are sending money to takes half of the money. So they're sending like 100K, you end up getting like 50,000 naira. Like, it's crazy. At the end of the day, I just think that, okay, the money you used to embark on this journey and everything you went through could have gotten you to the Europe through the legal means, like going by applying for a visa. And some people just feel maybe they might not be able to get a visa or something. But then you have agents, you can use agents to help you get whatever you want if you want to go. And then it doesn't have to be Europe. You can go to there are other places you can go to and you're going to thrive. And you can find something to even do, learn a trade. I don't know. I know Nigeria is not really set up to make you prosper and do so. Or Africa as a whole is not really set up for you to be for you to like make it like that. But if you are resilient, if you have that tenacity in you to go through that horrible journey, you should be strong enough to believe that you're going to make it. So guys, if you are watching this video and you have watched to this point, please share the word. Traveling to Europe by road is not something anybody should embark on. The chances that you might die is like 80%. Like why? So those people that have died now, I'm sure their families don't even know where they are and how they got there, and the family don't even have any sort of closure. They're just there looking for their children. Like, man, it's really really sad. Let me not keep rambling on this video. I just wanted to put this out there that this is what is actually going on, and a lot of people are suffering. And please, no matter how much you're suffering, you speak out. I don't know how you're going to even like beg, do anything, but please do not go to Europe through that route. And I haven't heard recently that Italy are stifling their borders. So when they catch you on the ship, they send you back to the Libya you're coming from. They don't keep you as a refugee there anymore. So people are now rerouting and going through Morocco, then through to Spain. I think that one you don't have to go through the water. I think there's no Mediterranean Sea. But that's it, then, Sha. Ordinary from here to Ikorodu, I go by boat. Sometimes, in fact, I've done it like 2 or 3 times, and that time, anytime I enter that boat, I just be like, God, please, in case I die, accept my spirit, forgive your child. Let me make it in heaven. Let me make it to heaven in one piece. The last trip I ever made on that boat, I went with my friend. That was the worst. I've been on the boat twice, and it wasn't so bad. But that one, that boat I actually even entered didn't have a roof. It's just an open boat, and the speed at which they drive this thing. Before I entered the boat for the first time, I used to think that maybe it's water to just be gliding smoothly. I didn't know that all those waves you are seeing were like gallops, even worse than gallops you encounter when you are driving in a bad road on a bad road. Like those gallops, like the boat will fly. But I'm like, what is it? Man, it was so scary. I'm not imagining me being in that tarpaulin boat on the Mediterranean Sea. I think I would have even died out of shock. I'm not sure that I'm not someone that would have done that anyway. So, guys, I'm rambling so much. If you have watched this video to this end, thank you so much for staying to this place. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, stay safe, and please, for any reason, do not use your leg and be trekking to abroad. I haven't heard some people trek through the desert. Trekking. Please, it's okay. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.